Hi, I'm Judith Kingsbury from SavvyVegetarian.com. Today I'm going to show you how to use a chef's knife. I think that a chef's knife is the most important kitchen tool because chopping veggies with a dull paring knife, as many of us do, is so slow and difficult. I think it's a major reason why many people don't eat enough veggies. If you're serious about a plant-based diet, then learn to use a chef's knife. It's the fastest, easiest, safest, most effective way to chop veggies and fruit. People look at a chef's knife and say, "Whoa, that looks dangerous," or "I'm sure that's too difficult," or "I'm not a chef, why do I need a chef's knife?" or "I don't have the money for fancy knives." Well, I'm not a chef, I'm a home cook, and I've been chopping veggies for family meals for 40 years using a chef's knife, and I still have all my fingers. I'm living proof that if you can brush your teeth, you can use a chef's knife. And besides, why should the chefs have all the fun? This knife is a Victorinox Fibrox, top rated by Cooks Illustrated, cost about $30. It's light, strong, keeps its edge, and it's comfortable to use. Forstner and OXO brands are also highly recommended and inexpensive knives. An 8 or 10-inch knife is good for most people, maybe a 12-inch for big hands or big jobs. Another thing, cutting boards. Your knife will stay sharpest with a wooden board. This one is bamboo and costs about $20. I oil it with mineral oil about once a month to keep it from drying out and splitting. After I use it, I wipe it with a damp cloth and dry it. A plastic mat like this one is great for chopping smelly things like onion or garlic, or beets, which will stain the board. It's handy because it's flexible, and you can just throw it in soapy water to wash it. Let me show you what you can do with a chef's knife. First things first, sharpening the knife. A sharp knife is safe because it won't slide off whatever you're chopping and into your finger. This is a sharpening steel, which I like to use. You hold it in front of you and with the knife like cross swords, and draw the blade over and under like that with the knife at about a 20-degree angle to the steel. You can also use a ceramic knife sharpener like this one. This is a simple non-electric one and it costs about $20. You draw the blade of the knife through the V several times to sharpen your knife. That's it. You can also sharpen a serrated knife with a ceramic knife sharpener. Very handy for bread knives. By the way, I sharpen my paring knife the same way, because sometimes it's handy to have a sharp paring knife. Let's start with a carrot. Get a good grip on the carrot with your fingers tucked back out of the way. Place the tip of the knife on the board and chop downward with a rocking motion. Place your index finger on the spine of the knife for more control. I'm aiming for about 1/4-inch slices here. You can chop them thinner or thicker just as you want. Don't worry for now how thick you're getting your slices or how slow you're going. Practice makes perfect. Now for some carrot crescents. Place the tip of the knife at the head of the carrot. Hold onto it with your fingers over top of the knife and slice downward through the middle. Use the palm of your hand for a power assist if you need to. Turn the carrot with the cut side down and chop again with a rocking motion. to make crescents. If you turn the knife diagonally to the carrot, you can get a different variation. This is nice for stir fries. What about carrot sticks? Cut the carrot in 4 in quarters the long way. Here's a half carrot here. Slice downward through the middle of the carrot, using the palm of your hand for assist, and chop in sticks however long you want. What about diced carrot? Same thing, only chop it in 1/2-inch slices. Let me get rid of the carrot. Now for some cabbage. I'd show you how to chop cabbage in half, but this one is already chopped in half. You hold the cabbage firmly, set it on its base. To cut it in half, you just push down through the middle with the knife. You probably have to give it some help. Now you've got 2 halves, turn 1/2 on the cut edge and cut in quarters. Using the palm of your hand and your index finger to push the knife through the cabbage. Grab a quarter, get a good grip on it, and cut out the core, like that. Set the cabbage down on a cut side, get a good grip on it, and slice thin. Again, don't worry how thick or thin your slices are or how long it's taking you. You'll get better at it, I promise. Once you get down to the end of the quarter, turn it the long side down and slice it some more. Rid of the cabbage. Boy, I'm going to have some monster stir fry today. What about garlic? Let's use the mat so I don't get the board all stinky. Wipe off the knife. Grab on the garlic. Cut off the stem end. Grab hold of the tail, whack it with the flat of the knife a few times to loosen the skin. Cut it in half. Take out the little green shoot because it's bitter. Turn the garlic cut side down and slice thin. Turn it the other way and slice it some more. Then slice it, gather it up and slice it this way and that. So you've got minced garlic. You can mince anything the same way. There are lots more veggies that I could chop, but this will get you started. Next video, I'll chop things like cauliflower, broccoli, sweet potato, winter squash, parsley, etc., etc. One last thing, cleaning your knife. Please don't throw your knife into soapy water in the sink. That's a great way to cut yourself. Just use a soapy cloth to wipe your knife, rinse it, dry it, and put it away. You can use a wooden knife block like this one to store your knife, or a magnetic knife strip. Please don't throw it in a utensil drawer with a bunch of other stuff. The blade will get dull and nicked, and again, that's a great way to cut yourself. Let's go over the chopping rules again. First, sharpen your knife at least every other time that you chop. Second, grab whatever you're chopping in a firm grip with your fingers tucked back out of the way. Place the tip of the knife on the board and chop downward with a rocking motion. Hold your index finger on the back of the knife for more control. Use the palm of your hand for a power assist as needed. Technique before speed. You'll get faster, I promise. Happy chopping!